So, Jason, in an earlier episode, we promised that we were going to follow up with something that I'm going to call Why Johnny Can't Authenticate in OT.
Yeah, and that actually comes from, we were just talking about a CISA report.
Right.
On 55 different critical infrastructure categories and saying that all of them have massive potential to fail if they don't get PQC right.
Right.
And so there's another announcement CISA made. And they call this guidance Barriers to Secure OT Communication.
Mm-hmm.
And what they're explicitly validating is the cost and complexity complaint from the OT sector.
Okay.
So this guidance is kind of like...
So my guess, let me take a guess at the complaint. You can tell me if it's getting right. It's too expensive and it's too hard and it takes too long. And so we can't get it done.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So here, this is going to fascinate you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say the core finding.
Okay.
Because it's very close to home. Listen to this.
Okay.
The report, CISA, the report identifies a critical friction point, life cycle mismatch.
Life cycle mismatch.
They specifically call out certificates.
I was going to say, in a PKI context, presumably?
So they're saying, hey, it's pretty normal for a private certificate authority to rotate certificates every 90 days or less. The operational technology reality is that systems run for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
Manually rotating keys on thousands of dispersed PLCs, programmable logic controllers, often requires downtime that operators cannot afford.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do when normal digital technologies that can handle rotations automatically, and you say, hey, it's a best practice to rotate every 90 days? What OT systems people are saying is, I can't do downtime and I can't do rotations automatically the way you can in normal enterprise systems.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a quote. Security that requires a PhD to implement or a factory shutdown to update is not security. It's an obstacle. And today, CISA is admitting that these obstacles are winning.
Mm-hmm.
And that, believe it or not, Tim, this short certificate lifecycle concept as a best practice, OT came up with and CISA is reporting on as being, yeah, we don't have a solution for this.
The trouble with that is the attack doesn't care about your excuse, right? You can't sit there and say, well, there's good reasons I didn't defend against this attack because blah, blah, blah. The attack doesn't care. The attack doesn't go, oh, well, okay, I'll back off. Right? So at the end of the day, if it doesn't get solved and if the exposure remains, the exposure remains.
Tim, I'll take what you just said and I'll add another dimension to it. Oh, that one's complaining.
Yeah.
Is a 5-year certificate better than no certificate at all?
Yeah, but it might be equally incapable to stop the attack. I'd say it's better than no certificate at all.
I think it is.
Except if it creates a false sense of security.
And you and I, today, as part of our recording sessions, talked about parasite attacks, which basically means high persistence.
Yeah.
People who are holding a 5-year certificate.
Long running.
And are just waiting for the moment to use it.
Right. Yep.
And I would say that in critical OT systems.
And when you're talking about OT, certainly there might be a sort of a long-term attack that involves little bits of harm, the way that, in traditional IT systems, you could get a lot of that. But when you're talking about OT, what obviously springs to mind is an ability to do something drastically bad at the moment of your choosing, right? And so that's where a parasite style persistent long running attacker likes that, because I'm sitting there and I've got a kill button, and on any given day I could choose to use it or choose not to use it, and I get to use that whenever I want.
Now, Tim, remember, certificate-based authentication inside of OT is rare anyway.
True.
Okay, so here's an update. Here's an update.
Okay.
So this is the way I want to shift to this part of the podcast before we end it off. We predicted in 2025, end of 2024, that 2025 we would see a major OT attack.
We did.
And we declared very recently on our updates episodes that nope, we blew that one.
There was one on January 3rd, but it was out of the year.
Let's talk about that one.
Okay.
Because I have some of the facts and figures.
Okay, go.
The Polish energy grid went down
Oh, when?
January 2026.
Okay.
So, listen to this. What was the root cause? I'll give it to you. It wasn't breaking quantum encryption. It wasn't because of somebody broke RSA or ECC. It wasn't because somebody stole a 5-year certificate. Tim, there were literally PLCs that were internet facing that had default credentials and lacked firmware verification.
Right. So you didn't need to break the encryption.
You didn't.
There's no encryption. The encryption was just default broken.
So, Tim, all this debate about is perfect the enemy of good, which is what all this certificate lifecycle argument is about.
Right.
My argument is you guys don't even have your pants zipped up.
Yeah.
Never mind talking about real security.
Good isn't relevant here. We haven't gotten to good. There's no good.
We haven't even gotten to shitty. Your pants are down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's not talk about 90-day certs are my problem. 90-day certs are the least of your problems.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee that Polish grid is no different than anybody else.
Sure.
And if you're running critical infrastructure where it is different and you're proud of your security, come on the podcast.
Oh, heck yeah. Love it.
But Tim, I just wanted to end it there.
There you go. Yeah. Yikes. Okay.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks, Jay.